Why, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. This is a Taku Showboat, joined today by an Ollie emerging from the window. Hello. Hello, my Ollie. Did you like what you saw in the window? You were chirping. You were chirping at the window. Yeah. Oh, that feels good. That feels so good, huh? That feels so good. Yes, it feels so good, huh? Yes, that's my Ollie. You wanna go? You wanna go? Wanna go rest? He's sleepy today. Today is, of course, July 1st, 2021. It is, in fact, a Thursday on this day, and I have fluid everywhere on my desk. I apparently spilled some stuff. Water, primarily, and or coffee, but I think this is just water. I knocked over my water bottle. This chair has a tendency when I get up to swing and keep swinging, and it hits the thing on my desk, the water, and knocks it down all the freaking time. And this time the thing was nearly full, so of course it got water everywhere. Anyway, so on this day, I have had yesterday I had a chat with Amazon on by phone, and the person was able to confirm that they didn't see any updates on the tracking information to this point, so they decided that the course of action was to issue refunds for both of the packages. Apparently, they could not automatically issue uh, automatic uh what's the word? Words escape me. They couldn't automatically place the orders again, so they couldn't send new stuff on their end. I think just because there's one or two items that may have changed sellers, technically, even if it's all fulfillment by Amazon. If a specific seller that you bought from does not have any more stock and you have to get it from a different seller, regardless of if it's still in the actual same warehouse, through the same fulfillment center, it's still fulfilled by Amazon. You have to make a different order entirely, and they can only issue refunds and not replacements. So, I was issued refunds for the entire order that I made of my PC components that I had placed last week. This order, it was last Thursday, yeah, I think a week ago. I placed the order for my stuff, and it never arrived, and the tracking info is just stuck. Now, the way this has been resolved is that for the one shipment that was the CPU and the CPU cooler together, I have to return those items, that package, if it arrives. So if it turns up and gets to me, I have to return it. They have shipping labels. It's in the system already. It just says, when you receive the item, return it. Otherwise, they'll charge you again. At which point I'll be like, hey. My biggest concern with this is, for example, the item never arrives, and yet they think that it has, and automatically charges me again. That's the one thing I fear, is some automatic system charging me again for the items that never arrived because they haven't been returned, because I can't return them because they never arrived. That's my only like niggling issue at this point. I hope they have a way of knowing whether or not a thing actually has arrived before they start any countdown timer for returns. I think she said it was 2 weeks to return when you get the item in the mail. So there's that, the two items. in that case. As for the motherboard that I ordered, if it shows up, gigantic, bold, capitalized quotation marks, if there, if it arrives, I get to keep the motherboard for myself. Even though it got a refund, I get to keep it. $300 motherboard. Can't do anything with it without another CPU. And power supply and case and actually I think that's it. I could harvest old parts. I've got some DDR4 memory. That might work. So it's like I have the memory. I would need a CPU, a cooler, and a power supply, but at that point it's like just resell the motherboard, right? It's more valuable to just resell the motherboard. Ollie, you're playing the piano. As he leaves. So that's that story, is that I got refunds. I have to return one package, and I get to keep the other package. Ugh. Weirdness. Don't know why one is different from the other for how they behave, but hey. We'll see. It's a gigantic if these things eventually arrive. They still don't have any updates to the tracking info when I checked earlier today. Looking at it now, they're still awaiting receipt of the items at USPS through the USPS tracking number. It's just listed as departed from Amazon facility in Ashland, Virginia, this past Saturday at like 2:51 in the morning. So yeah, that was a thing. I've placed a new order. The items will arrive in the same setup of two separate packages. One is supposed to arrive on a different day than the other. I am supposed to get the CPU and CPU cooler in a package tomorrow. They have not shipped yet, so we'll see about that. And then there's the motherboard replacement order. Well, it was all one order, but replacement shipment that will be shipping and arriving on Saturday, according to this order page. That's the delivery estimate. It says shipping now for both items, so we'll see if they both end up arriving at the same time, both packages of my stuff. Oh boy, this is getting to be rather awkward. All the time that this is taking. So ideally, I will be performing my PC upgrade this weekend. Ideally, I need to turn the fan on. There you go. That will give me some relief from the heat. It's been rather hot. Depending on where you live, you may or may not have noticed. It's been rather hot lately. Not as hot here as in the Pacific Northwest. Oh god, I would not want to be there right now. But no, I'm in the complete opposite side of the country, which tends to have a more milder climate in this area. Regardless, it's still hot. And I need fan. I have big fan. I have big tower fan behind me that you may occasionally hear while I'm talking. Factorio! Now that we've covered that shenaniganry, oh boy. Factorio. When last we met, what did I do? I set up nitric acid. I got nitric acid. And I worked on cobalt steel. I had not finished the cobalt steel. We got essentially to cobalt ore in the factory part of the build, and I said that I would finish it off screen, and I have finished it off screen. So I now have the individual ore sorting for cobalt steel. Essentially, the rest of this is just the steel build. Pellet press processing for the iron here, because the cobalt also needs limestone. And I figured if I'm going to be making limestone anyway, I may as well do the better process for the steel out of the iron ore, reduce my setup, because this is totally 27 buildings per line for the ores. Oh, goodness me. That was work. That was work. Also, yes, fixed issues with wires over here not being properly connected, and fixed issues with wires over here not being properly connected, and fixed an issue here where this little bit was cropped off. So I had to add back this little bit that had been cropped off so that I could actually get the amount of mineral sludge that I need for the build. And of course, it's all working, it's all flowing, and I have more than enough cobalt steel now for what my base consumes. It just exclusively sends it to the mall whenever I need more. And then, right before the stream, I did this, which is pretty much a complete copy-paste of the build below, except this time it's just ore. And I'm loading the ore onto the train network. Why do I want the ore on the train network? Because cobalt ore is one of the ingredients for blue metal catalysts, the other one being titanium. So I need the ore on my train network. There's also circumstances where I'm going to need cobalt oxide, so I figured if I have the ore online, I could skip having to do that where I need cobalt oxide. I could just bring in the ore wherever I need the cobalt oxide. It's not used for too many things. In fact, I think it's used for 2 things. So yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Since I'll have the ore anyway for the catalysts, may as well do that. I'm not going to bother having the oxide on the train network in its own separate build, because it's used for very few things. Very, very few things. What am I looking for? A train wagon. Yes, a wagon would help. Now, this is supposed to make 5? Hold up. How much does this make? Oh, it's 3.34. I might need more than that. I think I'm gonna need more than that. Hold on. I kept enough stuff. Production of sludge for 15. But I sort of miffed on, you know, the scale side of it. 14, huh? Three divides into 15, right? 5 times? So, that times 5? I mean, that's one way to do it, right? Just multiply times 5? It's very inefficient, but who cares about efficiency, right? 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 I might redo this to better reflect much higher volume, because I have the space for it here. I may as well expand upon the space. Fortunately, I won't need a ton of cobalt ore initially. Whoops, that's full cargo, buddy. That's circuit condition. And you can go and you can assign the ore. D cobalt ore. The cobalt steel already existed in here, so there's an entry here for cobalt steel from 1 and 2. 1 only produces like 1 a second, and I'll likely be deleting it shortly. At some point. So, the next thing on the agenda is gold. And I already have a plan on the gold. Now, before we begin the gold, I want to note that I have made plans. I have made a few plans for our next steps here going forward. I will need titanium. I will need titanium ore on the network to complete the stuff for the blue metal catalysts. I'm going to want to have blue metal catalysts going into blue circuits, because blue circuits are going to need fiberglass, which needs liquid resin. And liquid resin, the way that I want to get the liquid resin, uses blue metal catalysts. So that's that idea. And since I'll do this anyway for the titanium ore, I'll have a build that's the ore, a build that's the plates, and a build that's the nitinol. Since they're functionally-ish identical. Although I will note that for whatever reason, titanium itself uses twice as much nickel as nitinol. And I will note that I do not currently have access to the recipe to make molten titanium with nickel. That will come at Purple Science. But I will build the infrastructure for the nickel so I have it ready to go to make that transition. And that will be that. Unless I do the math and find out that, oh hey, this actually uses a lot more sludge in the end. That's one thing I need to like check, is how much sludge does it use for the gain in efficiency? Because I think no matter what, I'm going to have 15 ore. And the 15 ore is 406.3 here. And if I look at this, the 406.3 would yield 15 plates. So let's keep that in mind. 406.3 yields 15. If you add the nickel ingots, you double the output for an additional 250, which is a lot less than another 406.3. So that is worth it in that circumstance. Easy to show how it's worth it to do that upgrade. That is a massive improvement to the overall molten output, and that's what makes it worth it in the end. So, there's that, and we already have the cobalt ore. It's just nitinol will need the nickel. It needs half as much nickel, though, so oops. I didn't mean to do that. But it's not going to matter, because I have it here anyway. Ahem. First, though, gold. Unfortunately, in all of this, we won't have to worry about any hydrogen fluoride or hydrofluoric acid. We won't have to worry about hydrofluoric acid for a little bit. I know I want to get to the acid gas process first, just so that we have the leaching ore sorting products. I also put uranium down in here, 7.5 uranium, just to match up, because 15 ore of the metals is half as much uranium. Yeah, uranium just uses a lot of stuff, twice as much stuff as everything else. And we're going to need uranium in the grand scheme in order to make the RTGs, radioisotope thermoelectric generators. We will need those for satellites eventually, but for now, not gonna worry about it. Not gonna worry about that. All I need is a place to expand at this point to get gold. It will probably be in my best interest if I make gold somewhere down here, because this is where I'm primarily consuming gold at this point, although... Yeah, this is aluminium, this is not gold. Yeah, my gold is down here. What even is using my gold? It's the blue science, right? At the moment? Yeah. It's just my blue science at the moment that uses my gold. My other circuits will use the gold. For now, though... I think I'm good. I have over 4,000 units of blue science stored up. Cool. I have 8,000. 8 glorious thousand there, and then the actual science processing? Oh boy, another 8,000 in there, plus what's on the belts. Oh yeah, I moved this at one point. I don't know if anyone really noticed, because I don't think I ever mentioned it, but yeah, I moved it so I could add just a line through in case I ever wanted to use a half thing for something else at any point. So let's head down south. How much sludge does this use? 406.3. Okay, we're going to copy you in your entirety. And we're gonna plop you down there. Yeah, and that's 500 per second-ish. What about a train station? You're going to need 3 fluids. Not 2. 3 fluids and the catalysts. I'm not going to bring in the charcoal. I get enough excess charcoal from these guys. I can pull off the charcoal here. Okay. I will grab the station, I suppose. I will need to do that. I will need to remove, replace, like so. Remotely building. I like that I'm able to just remotely build without having to physically go there. And that is the entire train station. It's glorious. Oh, you're a Lumina? Huh. Right. I totally made an Illumina. Interesting. Why? I'm making that somewhere else. I am not going to do that in a million years. I am not going to do that in a million years. I mean, wouldn't it just be better to do the polishing compound? Huh. I shouldn't have put that on the... I shouldn't have put aluminium on the network. The alumina on the network. I don't think I should have done that. When it's only making polishing compound. I should have just made the polishing compound. I may change it to make the polishing compound. Now, the things that the polishing compound makes, I can foresee myself using in several locations, so yeah, it would be okay to have that on separate build. Why does that, like, look like not much? Because it's not much. Huh? You're not moving. Why? Wait a minute. You're broken. Why are you broken? Alright, this guy is... Those are all going. So you're maxed. How? What? It should be 7.5, I think, on the output there. You're capped. You're capped. You... are going at max. No, you stop. You're stopped because you have too much. How? That's telling me that these are occasionally stopping for lack of sludge input. Because these aren't moving. Why do you not have water? Because that. Yeah, it would help if half of the sludge build was working for the copper ore. That would help a lot. I knew that didn't look right. I had a feeling that didn't look right. Now, just for my own personal thoughts here, these are working. Yes, yes, they do have their proper stuff. Thankfully. Continuing. Downwards. To where I will make my gold. Glorious brains. I will be continuing to expand my power through the use of solar panels. The only thing is that I'm going to wait until I have enough solar panels before I add more. So each one of these little squares here is like 12,000 units of solar panels. I don't have 12,000 stored yet. I've got 6, 7, 8.8 thousand. It's a little shy of 12 there. And I've mentioned that each one effectively provides about a third of a gigawatt consistently at the current level 2 of the solar panels. When they're level 3, they will provide more power consistently each for the space that they take up. Okay, how is this looking? Not. It is not looking. It's not moving quite yet. This one will begin to move. At least it better begin to move. Hello? You are waiting on the sulfuric acid. You are waiting. Oh. God, right. I forgot. I need to siphon some sulfur. I thought I did so, actually. Somewhere. Here. I did so here. The problem is, this is not a build that operates continuously. Now is it? Uh-huh. Right. I'm gonna need to, do this on a build that is overflow voiding the, sludge. Like you overflow void sludge. So you're gonna do that. Now, I can't really do it there. On these other ones, just spacing and the size of the box, but we don't really need that many. Just enough to make sure things get stored and provided on my network. That's all I'm really looking for here. Okay, so you are gold plates, and you are crystal catalysts. That much has not changed. I will need a sulfur build at some point. You are different. You are our HCl acid at gold plates. You are nitric at gold plates. You are sulfuric at gold plates. You are S gold plates. 2. You are D gold plates. 2. D gold plates. 2. I could have just copy pasted. Oh well. Okay, those will be the 3 different acids on the output. Now, of course, I need to be like, hey, actually bring me things, please. Bring me hydrochloric acid. Bring me nitric acid. And bring me sulfuric acid. There we go. That's great. You will need hybrid catalysts. And only hybrid catalysts. Let me do this conversion up here close to those. You are those and those. Bring that in, send that out. You need to connect with the doohickeys. And because I already have that there, allow me to overflow void. I would very much like to overflow void. It makes it... It's a limited amount that it can void to keep it flowing any given time. Because this is limited to 160, we're sort of making 500. But as long as it moves, I'll have a trickle of sulfur coming in here. And that's all I really need. I don't need too much. I think. I hope. I better not. Gee, one tile. Of course, it's always one tile. And there's my hybrids. They'll be brought down separate. Ta-da! Hybrids. Hybrids and regular catalysts. Wow, that's a bunch of crystallizers. Okay, 14. We're building north-south for this. Yeah, 14. That is not correct. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. Oh boy. You. 14. That. And you. There. Ta-da! Doink, doink. Phew. That's a lot. Whoops. Wait, can you be evenly spaced? Yeah, you can be spaced like that. That's fine. It's just unfortunate that you don't reach across with your wire length. That will be solved once I have titanium. Okay, I need loads of pipe. I said pipe. Copy the pipe, please. And not the landfill beneath the pipe. That would be great. Oh boy. There we go. Just trim those off. Bring this to here. Connect this up. Bring this to there, that to there, and that to there. And as my constructo dudes come in and construct, I will have the proper throughput here. Thank you, constructo bots, for constructing my glorious stuffs. So it is, despite being lines of 14, still one crusher each. I may move this up a bit just to have space for the actual crushing. Hello, Pi. Oh, this is Yeah, this is off. Hi. Yeah, that's off. Whoops. There. Yeah, there you go. Betterer. Yes, they were one too high. Okay. Oh gosh, I need some more stack inserters, guys. Oh, there's my bots. There's my delivery service. Hey, they're bringing me more inserters. Do I have any of these over here I can copy? I have the Rubite one. Ew. Ew. What's the button? Y? What's the F? Flip and turn. Flip and turn. You are the output? Yeah, okay. These aren't powered, so it's fine. Crushed. Cortinium, crushed. Yeah, fine. Whatever, we'll share you. Okay, I need to deal with the crushed stone here. There's 7.5. That's well within a single, a single, yes, a single liquefier's worth of demolition. This thing can demolish up to 30 per second. It makes 300 mineralized water, so yeah, this one clarifier is not enough. Yeah, it's more efficient if I were to just put that there and bring that over, but... oh well. Now we're gonna move over to the side. It would help if that was powered, huh? There we go. Now we have our stuffs. You little booger! It was like a freaking millimeter away from delivering to me, and it's like, oh wait, I need to charge! Let's go completely out of my way to go charge before finishing off the delivery. Let's go a mile to get charged. Backtrack a mile from my destination just to charge, because I clearly can't make it to my destination in time. Clearly. It's obvious we can't make it to the destination in time despite being right there. I wish that the bots were a little smarter. I understand that it has a huge impact on performance, but gosh, it would really be nice if they were just a little bit smarter. Because essentially the game does not calculate in flight that much. It gives them a destination and it's like go, and it doesn't care about anything. It doesn't like read from them besides battery. That's like the only thing it cares about. It doesn't like calculate distance to target. It more like calculates, okay, my battery is at this level. If it falls below this threshold, I need to charge. No matter where I'm at on my flight path, I will find the nearest charging point and fly to the nearest charging point if I fall below this specific threshold. Even if my destination could be reached sooner than I could reach my charging point. It doesn't come really, I don't think it does anyway. I don't think it compares the distance to target versus distance to closest charging. I think the thresholds are set enough back with enough of a leniency that if destination is closer than nearest charge point, proceed to destination, then charge. That's the behavior I would like to see. Just proceed to destination, then charge. If destination is closer than charging point, right? It doesn't really need to compare like the vector angles and all of that. The like, am I going to go backwards to get to the charging point? I don't really care as much about them traveling away from their destination to charge, which would be another like nice thing to have with the bots. Like, just tell them, hey, don't charge by backtracking if possible. Go a little bit further out of your way as long to go forward and closer to your destination to charge if it's available. But that's a lot of checks that need to happen. And when you have, on the order of magnitude of tens of thousands of robots in your base, that performance impact, although small per bot, adds up fast. Anyway, that's those 3 steps. What do I want next? Well, this is the closest thing, so we'll have our... Why does it always offset on me like that? We'll have our 5 thingies here. Now, this is fortunately one of those builds that I am already bringing in sulfuric acid, and therefore I don't need to create any extra or siphon off any extra. It's just here. And I can use that to delete from the face of existence the geodes that are going to be output from this. L. You are which geodes? You are the yellow geodes. Yellow geodes. You are those. You are going to be copied and pasted, and then you there. Ta-da! That's fine. It's fine. It will be fine. I have declared that it shall be okay. It shall not be okay. Voiding will go there. Output will go there. Makes it easier. This will go down. Regular. Must not forget about the regular inserters for this. Doink. Oh, right. Connect. Oh, right. Yeah. I I sort of do need that. I do need this layout. Okay, the next doohickey doesn't really matter which. That is the spacing I want. God dang it, I did it again, didn't I? It would have been more convenient to put the output of this to connect the two things on each side. Oh, no, wait, these produce 3 separate things. Oops, I'm wrong. If I had, because, you know, half the stuff here outputs sulfuric wastewater in Angel's flotation. This is the one time we only have one thing outputting sulfuric wastewater. We get chloric and nitric from the others. Whoops. Yeah, because the bombonium and the sapphirite and the stereotite all output sulfuric wastewater and all require sulfuric acid at the next thing. At leaching. Oop. You need 2 things for water, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Doink. I always forget which side is water. That's the side with water. Destroy those salines. Gib water. Gosh, could you imagine having to use regular offshore pumps without the ability to build on land? And having to wait to do any explosive excavation shenaniganry? Oh boy, that sounds thrilling. Okay, I need L. You are that. You are cyan? Yes. Come on, you. There we go. There we go. Good. Glorious. Beautiful and magnificent! Whoops. Why, hello. Stuff. Things. I need to do this. Sadly. Because this does not have much space. Last one is you. Oh, I didn't need to do that. Right. Whoopsies. I had space. Here. And here, etc. Oh well. Don't matter none. 'Tis fine. Gib water. And you... actually, you are going to have this on the inside. You do the light green. And you are, of course, outputting crotinium chunks. There we go. Do this. Okay, I sent that this way, but then I ended up putting this here. Whoopsies. I need 3 liquefiers. Ahem. Da-da. Nah. 3 general purpose liquefiers. They are voiding those, and those. If I can add an extra space, that would be more ideal. I don't like dealing with throughput problems, potential for throughput problems. There we go. Just add sulfuric acid. Come on, autosave, there you go. However, I don't need a splitter on one of these, do I? Let's see, that's the... Which one's the light green? This one? Yeah. So that one's fine, that one, just do that. Like so. Go up. Go over. Go up. There you go. Go up and over. Give me all those. Ta-da! They have operated successfully. I do not need to filter. The things will just back up. It'll be fine. An entire lane of things. Okay. Power. 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 There you go. Into oblivion. That's those 3 steps. Entirely done. Getting closer to our destination. Of gold! Glorious gold at scale! Frickin' 22.5 gold. It'll be 30 gold with pellet press processing if I decide to go through with pellet press processing. I don't think I feel like doing pellet press processing. It's 5, 6, 7. Oh. I should probably do that one more tile away. There you go. Much better. Just so you know, I can have the doohickeys. My nice little power poles there. I could have moved them, but no. But no. Okay. Next one doesn't matter. Rubite, sure. Why not? This is gonna have a belt here. You. And then that there. Ta-da. Where are you not moving? Because I need to void the doohickeys. Ta-da! 5 produces 125 each, so 1 clarifier is fine. If I had more than 160 of wastewater output, so if I had 7 flotation cells, I would need another clarifier at the end. Without modules, that is. If I had modules, I would be laughing! Because I will only ever need 1. Ba? Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Yes, module clarifiers and flare stacks are pretty good. Especially the flare stacks, because those things have how many module slots again? 2. 2? Thought it was more than that. Oh no, I'm thinking Pyanodon's mods. Excuse me. Pyanodon's flare stack is a 1x1 entity. It is a one tile entity that has like, oh, I don't know, 6 module slots. A few. I don't know if it was changed, but yeah. Pyanodon's flare stack is a 1x1 building and can be made to be significantly better through the power of many module slots. So, I need to actually bring in these various thingamadoohickeys. Glorious acids. Of course, however, I have, sort of gotten myself in a bit of a interesting situation with how I've routed these pipes. But there you go. There's the stuff getting output. And of course the last step here is 3 of these guys. Why, hello, Smart Tool. Give me glorious things. Absolutely wonderful things. The question is... the answer is yes, I do this way. So, I need to bring in our good friend, the hybrid catalyst. Yes, our wonderful, wonderful friend known as hybrid catalysts. Pumping gases into the atmosphere is a particularly complicated process. Yeah. I mean, you have to. Here, the flare stack is representing that you are, in fact, burning the gases. Do I have to go over one? Nope, we're fine. We're good. Could use more inserters, though. I think I have just enough for now. And that is gold. Voila. Gold. 15 gold per second. There you go. That's the infrastructure. The inferiorest of infrastructures for the ore itself. If you want to only have the ore in a single build, there you go. That's your build for just the ore. If you also want to do the rest of the processing in the same build, that's what we're about to do now. I need 5 of these red processors. Yes, I am at this phase. That is 6. That is 5. It would be in my best interest to have spacing for the 5 other thingies if I ever wanted to do pellet press processing, but I don't care. I'll adjust everything. I am not in a logistics zone. I need to, I'm gonna plop you down so that I'm actually standing in a logistics zone here, and my robots can deliver for me my goods. This will go into 3... What? Oh, wrong order. You are not in the correct order. 15 chemical furnaces? Okay. "15 chemical furnaces, then. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I am, in fact, trying to stay within my logistics network, which is why I'm standing here, because I want my bots to deliver me my everything. Okay, this will output gold cathodes. That will need 4 full blast furnaces to process. Fortunately, this belt... Actually, you know what? This belt's 90, right? So, I don't need to do the near inserter shenaniganry on these. I'm probably going to anyway. So I started all the way down here. Let's grab that and every other will be a near inserter. There will be an odd number of fars versus nears, but that's fine. I need one. Excuse me. I need one, two. I need that to actually be one tile removed, and that to be one tile over. Ooh, that's a lot of throughput for one stack inserter. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to go down. And do that. Just need to siphon off a little bit of fuel. Yes, bring me everything! Restock me! Constantly. As I build this wonderful base. I will note that outside of the crystal catalyst cost and like these minuscule amount of the acids that's being used here, I mean, a grand scheme, this is not a lot of the acids considering I'm making, what, 2,000 hydrochloric or 1,000 hydrochloric, 1,000 hydrochloric, 1,000 nitric, and I think I'm making like 800 sulfuric acid right now. I have the stuff to expand with even more gold. Like, I could take the entire build and paste it down like 4 more times and not have to worry about any of the inputs. Also, the pho. That is supposed to be connected. Yes. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. It's supposed to be like that. Did I need that, radar? Probably not. Probably not. I have a few empty spaces, so I'm not concerned with continuing to expand my base at the moment. Okay. Next. This produces a lot of ingots. This produces 45 ingots. Half of which will do one thing, half of which will do another. Because we did skip this guy back here. This guy back here, I need 3 of. It uses HCl and nitric acid. Gee. How convenient that I have both. Here's the HCl. That's the further one. I think nitric is here. So there's that, and then the chlororic acid will be over here. And yes, this absolutely will need A to be moved. Hold up. You one tile. It's always one tile, right? It's always that little niggling issue of hashtag one tile. Excuse me, but no. Why? Because, well, throughput, primarily. I want to do this. Because that's going to let me output priority the split before going into my 4 induction furnaces. Oh, joy. 4 glorious induction furnaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pipes. And then 8 strand oh yeah, I have sopples. Alright, I have sopples thing installed. No animations mod. It breaks these things. Why? I don't know, but it just breaks them. Breaks the graphic, anyway. Okay, this makes 5.63. I don't need to worry about lane balancing or any of that. For now. Then it's 2 of these at the very end. Wow, 2 of them. Do I just do it here? Yeah. I suppose. And... yeah, the graphicless strand casting machines. It's supposed to... So the no animations mod gets rid of all of the animations. The animations in this game are defined as a single set of graphics. The game sort of stitches everything together to form the animations, stitches a whole bunch of frames of animation on a single image, and sort of like scrolls across the image for each frame on the animation. And essentially what it does is it redefines the sheet as being just one frame, the first frame. That's how it works, basically. It's like, oh yeah, and you know how this thing used to have a whole bunch of frames? Well, actually, it's just one frame now, and you're only going to display the first frame. And then it essentially just trims all the rest, removes it from memory. When the game loads, it needs to load everything first, then Sopples cuts it down to size so that you don't get all of the graphics loaded in memory in your save. Yeah, it needs a lot fewer, well, it reduces the overall file size of the file that would be the animation. It's not really fewer images for each thing that moves, it's the image file for the things that move becomes smaller. because the animation is one image. In simple terms, it's an image that it's like moving its magnifying glass from one spot to the next spot in the image. You define what the size is. I mean, lots of like 2D animation stuff works this way. Heck, you can even use it to define all the sprites in the game can be just one image, just in different spots on the image, as long as you define where they exist in that image to look for it on the sheet. Speaking of which, Shift F or Control F3, yeah, there's the Atlas sprites. So this is what the game uses to define the stuff in the game. This is the everything. This is the everything. So with no animations mod, this is how it all is. All the high resolution graphics there that you got. It all gets smushed. It's all smushed. And you can see, you see this here? This is each frame of animation of the hatch doors opening from Bob's. This is each frame of animation of the Bob's doors opening. Right? And it's each individual tier of door gets its own little bit in here. The game just stitches it all together into these sheets. Sourced from multiple images, yes, but yeah, this is how the game treats it. So these are obviously the animations that are not impacted by Sopple's no animations mod. If Sopple's no animations mod was not here, we would see all of the building animations as well. But yeah, this is how Factorio works on the back end to produce the animations. It's just cycling through each frame a different spot on a sheet, on a bigger image, and it no animations just cuts out a whole bunch of those images and just says, hey, you're only looking in this one spot always, and get rid of the rest for any given entity. And it vastly reduces the file size. That's less stuff that's loaded in memory, and less stuff that has to be looked up, and it improves the performance. This is especially useful for mods like Pyanodon's mods. Not so much here. It doesn't really add too much performance in Bob's and Angels, from what I've noticed. I think I'm just going to turn it off at some point again. I just wanted to see what, if any, difference it would make. It doesn't really do much because, as it turns out, Bob's and Angels and the artisanal reskins mods are actually optimized. That's how I can word it. They're actually optimized to be high resolution, good quality graphics, and not that large of file size for the graphics. Not Pyanodon's. Pyanodon's graphics are extremely high quality and extremely large file size, and have an extreme impact on game performance. And Pyanodon has said that he has absolutely zero intention of optimizing graphics to make them smaller or to have a low-quality version of the graphics. It takes a really long time to make them in the first place. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours, thousands of hours of work on the graphics for Pyanodon's mods. And imagine, to do a low-quality version, he has to do, essentially, the entire process over again to save lower quality versions of the graphics and to go through all of the animation frames and get all of that sorted out. It's a pain in the butt because You have to draw every single frame of every animation in every rotation of a building, potentially. If a building has rotation, see this building has rotation, and it gets defined which graphic is which rotation, north, south, east, west of the building, and it needs all of its like shadow elements slash tinted elements to be defined for each rotation as well. And you get the need for animations for all rotations potentially. That's why buildings that have animations only have one rotation. By the way, you can't change what angle they're at because that just multiplies the work. Instead of having to do things once, you'd have to do that things 4 times and make them consistent with each other. Yeah, that's not happening for a lot of folks making mods. That's not gonna happen. You're lucky that they do it once for the one building, if at all. Now, if a building doesn't have animations, then sure, you might see a building that has rotation associated with it, or if it has just like a glow on it, something simple. There could be various rotations on buildings and such. But yeah, imagine having to redo every single frame, every single image of every single frame, having to redo that for the lower quality or more optimized version of the graphics, and you'll see that that adds up very, very quickly to a lot of time not spent working on other aspects of your mod or expanding upon your mod, etc., etc. Now, would it be nice if there was an optimized version of Pyandon's graphics? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not going to deny that it would be great to have a better optimized version of those graphics. It's just I don't see anyone coming forward to do that. Now, could I please power all of this because it should just work until it gets to here. Because it will need chloroauric acid. I need a seed of ingots. I need a seed of ingots. Where did I park? I parked up here. So essentially I need to go here. I need to go here to grab some ingots. I only really need enough to just kick off the process. At least I think it's only that I need enough to kick off the process here. Gib stuff, please. How many units? 24 units just to get a 24 ingots. I think I can work with that. I'll put a priority. Yeah, I'll put a priority. Now you can keep going. That will be deleted, by the way. Yes. That will be deleted in its entirety. Hello, that's my alarm to say that we are halfway through the stream, but considering how close I am for this being completely done, I'm going to make it completely done before my break. Not the trains yet, but still. Okay, I need this added here. I need you. Oh, I do have the output priority here, so that's fine. Oh, thank goodness. You performed an action. And we are, in fact, getting stuff sent down, right? Yes. And we are, in fact, making the chlororic acid. And this is producing stuff. This is producing progressively more and more and more ingots. And eventually we will have a backup on the chlororic acid, which is exactly what I want to have happen. And then we'll have our plates moving. It will be glorious, and it will speed up. The further we go, the faster it will go, and it'll be glorious. Yes, let's go, let's go, let's go! Further down. Process this gold. Hey, we got our first gold ingots going over to the molten, to the induction furnaces. There's our first gold heading into here. Oh boy. Oh boy, let's see that plate before we take our break. Let's see the plates. Let's see some plates before we go. For a couple minutes. Oh, I need water. Right. Aha! This is why we watch. This is why we wait and watch. You need water to make gold. Yeah. To make the sheet coils. Put the gold. So there's our gold. Glorious gold. Lots more gold. I say lots more gold, but I will still need more gold. Because there is something else that I haven't thought of. Gilded copper wire comes out of wire coils, which needs copper. I'm going to need another copy of this build for these things. That also adds the molten copper into the mix. And yeah, I will be getting the gilded coils as well. I sort of forgot about their entire existence, but hey. I've remembered now. So basically this thing copied, it will need a bit more sludge production, and I have that much space to make the copper. I'll have that much space to make the copper required. Oh boy, that'll be great. But anyway, I will be taking a brief break, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. And I've returned. Yes, you may occasionally hear the cat walking over the piano. That would have been Ollie. Yes, he came over and followed me. Always follows me around everywhere I go, including the bathroom. So he comes walking in and is all lovey-dovey trying to rub and get food. Cuz Ollie is definitely a very hungry kitty. He he wants all the food. Yes. Hello. Hello, Ollie. Oh, you've got big eyes, huh? Come on. Come on. Where are you? There you are. Hello. Da baby. It's an Ollie. There's the culprit. That's the culprit. He plays the piano. Dolly will play it too. She'll walk across, but she doesn't walk across as often as this big boy. This big behemoth. This behemoth of a kitty. Yes, he's a behemoth. Huge, ferocious kitty. The baby. Do you have Maine Coon in you? Do you? I have my doubts, but you definitely are large. Larger than normal kitty. Might have a little bit. And yet Dolly, who looks closer to a Maine Coon, is small. Yeah, bang. Thank you, Ollie, for the musical interlude. Speaking of musical interlude, I haven't really been like reading my lesson book for the piano lately, but I have been playing because the way that my brain works is occasionally I get like a tune in my mind and I try to replicate what I'm hearing in my head on the piano, and initially a lot of that was replicating Christmas songs, and eventually I got to a Christmas song that I knew was a Christmas song. I didn't remember what the freaking name of the song was or any of the lyrics. It's just I remember the tune, and very specifically, I naturally went to the D minor scale. D minor. That's D minor. And the song ended up being God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. And I had gotten down the majority of the melody of the tune in my head and on the piano without looking at any sheet music. And it was like the tail ending. I couldn't remember the tail ending of it, but that's just how I go. It's like it's really interesting how you move your hand in this one. And I do play mostly left hand because the piano's to my left. So it's at the start of it, right? And it does that twice and moves on. But the point I'm making is that lately you have God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen doing that D to A, that D-A at the beginning. Well, as it turns out, there's another song, video game related, that has D-A, and that is Castlevania Bloody Tears. I don't know if it's exactly in D minor normally, but it seems to be a minor scale, at least. The thing with the minor scale or the major scale doesn't really matter which one you're in. You can actually play most any song in any scale. It's just being correct as to which scale you use, as defined by the music. But Bloody Tears starts with that. No, that's wrong. I'm still practicing it. It's and that's the beginning of Bloody Tears from Castlevania. That's the beginning of it. And my brain went to that tune from, of all things, A Christmas Song, God Rest You Merry Gentlemen. That went. It went from there to. So it's odd how my brain works. And of course, I didn't know that was Bloody Tears, or the beginning to Bloody Tears. It's just, I know that this is a song that I know from video games. And then the next piece of it actually shifts from D minor up more F major. I mean, it's the same thing, but it requires a shift in the hand to get up to the what is it? What even? No. Ba. No. Nah, but that close. Yeah, close. It's there. It's that's about as far as I got on it, but it shifts from that first to that second, and it's a little bit higher. Anyway, that's how my brain's been working lately on the piano. For those of you who would like to know. Anyway, Factorio, we've just made gold plates, and we've set up gold plates. And bear in mind that yes, I was just playing with my left hand staring at me on the monitor without seeing my hand or where my hand was. Okay? And I'm still working on it, still practicing and all that. So I need to get these plates inside of the train station. That's what I need to do. Let's bring you over, bring you up. Do. Da. That work? Yes. Get into the station. Let me see. Where's my train? Train! There we go. Doink. The smelting... The what now? Smelting... Spax? What's Spax? The actual build I just did? Wait, where's my... Wait a minute, where's my... Hello? You? Why did you turn off? You have iron and copper on catalyst. Good. Good. That's good. Now tin and lead, ideally. On the mineral catalyst. So there's the build, as it is. Smelting spaces. Well, I'm doing each individual thing separately, where I am making sludge and stuff separately. Let's see. So copper at this point. Gosh, I need to go back and readdress this because I need more copper. I mean, pretty much. I mean, for the gold build that I just did, I'm only bringing in, on this gold build, the acids and crystal catalysts. Like, I'm only bringing in the acids and the crystal catalysts. I'm making all of the sludge for the ores. So if we, on a normal ABX playthrough, outside of Sea Block, we would ignore pretty much all of this. Most of this. It would, like, we'd begin with this, right? Because you can just mine the stuff. You start here, and then process, and process, and ore sort, and process, smelt. Smelting, refining. It's the same thing with bronze and brass. It's pretty much from scratch. This is the bronze build. It is individual ore sorting for the copper and the tin for the bronze. Getting the sludge here. That makes the catalysts and the ores, in this case. And then the ore gets crushed, sorted. Crushed, sorted. Smelted. Smelted to ingots, and ingots into induction, into casting on the bronze. The brass is same thing, just zinc, which is a little more complex on the brass. Wherever I have that. I forgot where I have that. It's somewhere. Brass, where are you? Actually. Yo, Brass. Invar is here. Hello, Invar. Where be Brass? I know I have Brass, it's just I've forgotten where I put it. Where did I put you? I have aluminium. Actually, this entire aluminium build can die at this point, I think. The only thing that this build is doing is making ceramic filters. Yeah, at this point, I think this whole thing can go away. The blue science is not tremendously complicated. Well, note that I'm playing with a mod that vastly changes the sciences compared to normal ABX. I'm playing with a mod that, or I'm playing with Sea Block, and Sea Block is intended to be played with a mod that vastly changes how the sciences work compared to normal ABX. So I can't really, or in normal Angels Bobs. What mod? It's called Science Cost Tweaker. And it's been adjusted. The settings, I think, are written, set in C Block for Science Cost Tweaker as overrides and such. So there's that to consider, and it vastly changes all of the sciences. It is a night and day difference in the requirements for them, and it changes the labs too, and what you need to make the labs. It's a little nuts. 'Tis a little nuts. So I was gonna look briefly at the gilded coils. Gold wire coil. And I was gonna look at like 5 out of that. Oh, it's even amounts. Oh god. Okay. Let's say I happen to have 15 gold ore. Uh, oh, yeah, times 4. Huh. So, 15 gold ore. Make sure I put that in. Let me be very, very specific here. Because that inflated the value, didn't it? Yes, by half. 22.5. That's a better value. Yeah, times 4. That makes 90 gilded wires. That's more what I was expecting. It will need, through pellet press processing on the copper, 11.25 rather than 15 because of the gains through the pellet press processing. Why would I do the pellet press processing? I have sulfuric acid here. Or I have sulfuric acid as part of the build already. Now, the key question is, how much more sludge is required? Another 316.5. Well, that's okay. I will do this probably off screen between the next stream and this stream to get the gilded wire coils. And the reason for that is it's the same builds that we've now seen. Essentially. I mean, the only thing I don't think we've technically really physically seen is the gold. It's the copper at pellet press. But I mean, come on, it's copper pellet press processing. I think I actually had done that as a upgrade somewhere. Somewhere? I forgot where. Where would I have done that? You're not pellet press. Oh, it would have been at the coils. Right, because I did copper coils. Did I do it through... No, I did not do pellet press here on the copper coils. Interesting. Huh. I thought I had. I remember I did. Cobalt? No. Couldn't have been. That's iron. Aluminium? No, that's also not. I am deeply confused. Because I have this memory of doing copper Oh, I remember. It's tinned coils. Tinned wire coils. Where did I place that build? Of dedicated tinned coils. Where did I end up plopping you? Right above my mall, didn't I? Yes. This is pellet pressed copper. Gosh. I knew I was not insane, so pellet pressed copper, I mean, it's, yeah, pellet press? You do that thing that was done originally out of the processing step, and then you have to throw sulfuric acid at the thing. Like, you just add sulfuric acid. That's the only new thing that's in copper at pellet press processing. Heck, the tin doesn't even need anything new outside of, like, carbon? You throw carbon at it to do pellet pressing? Like, there's no big change in complexity. It's not like Pyanodon's mods where you go and upgrade from the green science to the blue science stuff, where you're upgrading from whatever product you had at green science that you're smelting out of versus frickin' high grade processing at blue. There's a big difference in the build between processing chromite sand out of the basic chromium at green science versus out of the high grade chromium at blue, or whenever you get high grade on chromium, but whatever. And then each and every single metal type in Pyanodons has a very vastly distinctive build associated with it through a distinctive set of processes that may share aspects of flotation, leaching, etc., but orders are different, specific products are different, and they feel unique. Ratios are different. They feel unique, and they are unique from each other between each metal type. Angels, you see it once, you've seen it the whole time. For all of it. There's, with extremely minor variations on some ingredient inputs and some fluid inputs and some, like, loop backs of ingots. Woohoo! Such wow. Such amazingness. So what I've determined here is that, 316.5 plus 406 is a value greater than 700. Is a value greater than 700. Meow. Meow. Where's Dolly? I hear a Dolly. Where's a Dolly? Dolly? Oh. Hi. She's on a box. What am I doing with the rest of the things that I'm sorting out? Huh? With the rest of the things I am sorting out where I make the gold. What do you mean? Here? Because this only makes gold. The rest of this, like, the byproduct stuff here, like, all this stuff is voided. Like, everything else stops its existence. The geodes get crushed into crystal seedling or whatever, and that gets voided, and then each of these fluids gets voided, and this gets crushed into mineralized water that gets voided. It all becomes fluids and voided. Meow! Dolly. Dolly, come say hi. Dolly, come say hi. Do I have a pen? Of course not. Dolly. Dolly, come here. Here's my girl. Yeah, that's a pen. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. There you are. Hey. Oh, I got you. I got the dolly. The dolly. Hello. Can I void solids? No, but I can convert some solids into fluids and then void the fluids. It's a baby. Actually, no. You cannot. You cannot void ore. You smelt it. You smelt it into a molten metal, but the molten metals very specifically do not have void recipes. It's a baby. That's my baby girl. Yes, she's playful right now. She's playful, right? How's my dolly? My dolly playful? My dolly playful? Hey, here's a pen. Huh? What, you just want to leave? You don't want a pen? You don't want a pen? No? You don't want to play? You don't want to play? You don't want to play? No, you want to leave. You want to leave. So there's a dolly. We got to see the dolly. She doesn't show up as often as Ollie does. Ah, da da. So, as I said, I want to work on that gilded wire as a separate thing that I do off screen, because it's going to look very much like gold and copper, and that's it. It'll be identical to this. I am going to have to figure out a way to fit in 3 more of these, plus the entirety of the copper build in this space. We'll see about that one. Of the copper processing, because that's how many... That's how many crystallizers? Oh yeah, just 30 crystallizers. This was 17 long, right? So if as long as I can at least fit another in here, probably. I'll probably have the 15, like, here, in here, on the crystallizers and build down. So this, and this would be the space I would use to process the copper. All of this, 2 more plus here. I think I can fit the 3 more of these guys. Otherwise, if I really have to, I'll just trim down the gold a bit. Maybe just make it 15 and cut back on the gold build itself, a few buildings, but either way, it will look functionally identical to each other. So the next thing I wanted to work on actually today, now that we have refactored our gold and our cobalt steel, is titanium and nitinol, because this is another build that's going to be repeated 3 times, this one. The gold gets repeated twice, once for the plates, once for the gilded wires. Titanium gets like 3. It gets 1 for ore, 1 for plates, and 1 for nitinol. And both the plates and the nitinol need nickel in them as well. So, the build. I'm going to need 4, 5, 6, 700 mineral sludge. 700. At least. At least. Because the first build will be the plates. The second build will be trimmed to just the ore. And the third will be the nitinol. itself. Or maybe I'll start with the knit and all, I don't know, and just expand on the plates. I want to do the plates because I don't have the nickel recipe yet on the plates, and it will actually change this whole thing once I get into this. Because when I get access to this nickel recipe, I'll be able to do the processed titanium processing, but that's at Purple Science. Okay. Does not really matter where I do the titanium either. So I'm going to go ahead and probably do it right over here on this side. I will steal this. And plop it here. Just like so. My bots will do their body thing. Gold! 2. Thar be gold, and then thar hills. Go. Dolly? Dolly, what did you do? A whole bunch of stuff just fell. Dolly? Dolly? What did you do? I can't help but notice that, a little piece of furniture back there that had a whole bunch of stuff on top of it no longer has a whole bunch of stuff on top of it. There was a bag of tea lights that fell, it looks like. Yeah, so I have a little... It's a tiny, like, I don't know, cubby hole thing. It's just a basic organizer, fake wood thing that's in the back there. I've got a little statuary dragon type thing that's actually technically an oil warmer. That would be Ollie playing the piano. Hello, Ollie. Welcome. But, yeah, the glass for the oil warmer, the dragon oil warmer, broke because of guess who? Because of this cat. This cat, yeah, that's the way that she goes up and down. She jumps on that and then jumps to the floor. What are you sniffing? What you sniffing? Hey, you. Yeah, meow. Yeah, meow, 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 meow. What you sniffing? What do you want? Oh, now you're going on an old printer. Where are you going? What you doing? And of course, Ollie is just on the floor like, what's going on? What's going on? Ollie just wants to know what's going on. Come on. Come on, green screen. Behave. Behave with me now. Bah. 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 Hey. Whoa. Hold up. Mike? Microphona? Weird. So can you hear me? Hello? Chat? Hello? My mixer. My Streamlabs has, frozen. I'm still live. I see the video. Yes, I am here. Okay, so I see the video, but my Streamlabs mixer is frozen. So I don't see my voice moving a bar when I talk. And the bitrate is frozen. Oh, the bitrate just unfroze. Okay. The bitrate was frozen. The time that I've been streaming was frozen. That's weird. It just froze. Great. Great. Okay, somewhere in here I have gold. D gold 2. There you go. Update. And that's that. I apparently don't need any gold right now. But I can completely delete from the face of existence this. And at this point, I can delete entirely from the face of existence this. The original cobalt steel and the original gold. In the meanwhile, my bots have been building. That was planned. To allow the bots to build the infrastructure I just told them that I needed to have built. Planned, yes. Very much so. Planned. So, let's see. You only need the 2 acids in. Do I need any... Yeah, that much input on the carbon will mean that I will want the stuff. So I'm actually going to take the train station from you. I should have that in my pastes still, right? No, that's sad. I'm going to take this wholesale. I'm just going to steal this entire train station. The entire train station, yes. Mine. There. Just ignore all this stuff. Yeah. Let's just ignore all of that stuff. There we go. Did I update the list of depots? I just did. Yeah, I have now I have updated my gold. ID gold plates with gold plates too. That's all I needed. And I've got the cobalt, I've got the nitric, I've got the silver, etc. Yeah, we are fully up to date on all of that. We are doing well so far. Okay, you are going to be supplying titanium plates. It will be easier for me to delete stuff. D-titanium plates. Delete and modify, that is. For whatever reason, titanium, as titanium plates, when doing the nickel-based recipe, will require twice as much nickel as the nitinol recipe, the nickel alloy. Oh, joy. Oh, hey, it's already working. Wow. Well, that is nice. Let me grab this. I said let me grab this. From... Bah, it'll rename the thing. Let me do that, but I have to put it in here and then untick train stop names. That saved. Yeah, you have to be very careful with the train stop names. Get rid of these. So this is Crystal Catalyst at Titanium 1. I'll just leave it at Titanium. Our charcoal at Titanium. Now, what are the acids? I will need sulfuric, and I will need nitric. Huh. Really? Really now? See, that's That's interesting. So, sapphirite, stereotyte, rubite. Seven, 5, huh? Seven, 5, 14. It's just a little unfortunate that I cannot copy the entirety of my Cobalt build. Yeah, no. Just because I didn't really build this to scale. I need to rotate this so I can scale more easily. I built in a very specific way on this gold build to accommodate cutting back and expansion more easily. I should have built this way from the beginning with the Cobalt build, but I didn't. And it's unfortunate that I did not do that. I'm going to copy this down 17, 16, 15, 14. We're going to do this. We're going to tuck it in a fair bit. And I will need the voiding. Whoops. So I need to replace you with sapphirite. And that's the only thing I need to change. Huh. Yeah, I would say that that works. You know what? We're gonna do that up here. Ta-da! Yes, that works. Doink, doink. So that will give me the hybrid catalysts up there. I'll need to bring down crystal catalysts for the nickel, but it's all gonna work out fine. I have declared it will all work out fine. Speaking of the nickel, hold up. I may want more. EU. The nickel part will need 14 more sapphirite and rubite. I'm gonna keep them separate. Let's be honest. I'm gonna keep it separate. 'Cause I feel like it. Anyway, I want to go back over here to what we've done already and grab this. Let's actually have it a little bit more out of the way. I will need more. I hope that's enough. I probably need one more, but we'll see. 375. Oof, 250. Yeah. That's greater than 600. I need 4. And of course that's gonna work out just fine. It's the exact throughput of a clarifier. Always good to be prepared. I'm going to reorient to here. Just make a bit better use of space. Yo, bring me that. Bring me that. Bring me that. And bring me that. In yesterday's Dyson Sphere program stream, not only did I not finish my coffee, I forgot about adding more. I didn't even add more. And I ended up not drinking the rest of it the whole day. Which I guess is good for me, but still. I was so much into the Dyson Sphere stream that I didn't even finish my coffee, even though we did end a little bit early. I have off-screened some stuff. Like, I've done even more Foundation production. Tapped into more research, had a look at what the stars around me are like within 6 light years once that tech hit. And there's stars I want to go to within 6 light years that have basically all the things that I could ever desire. So that'll be nice. You there. That would be the glorious water for me. Go ahead and power things up. I'm okay with that having its power now. Oops, we need more power. Beautiful, glorious, wonderful power. So if that's how 7 looks, an 8th. Can fit there. Oh, you're not. Doink. I didn't even notice. But that wasn't even finished yet. Odd. Odd. Odd, odd. I'm asymmetric. I extended this piece down already to have my little extra RoboPort down here to fill in the center. I really don't want to have these. I really don't want to have these. This little bit extending inside. But I don't know if I can get the construction zone in the middle, even at RoboPort 3s. I'm gonna hope that it's that way at Roboport 3's. What is the construction area increase at Roboport 3's? I don't have them unlocked. You. Roboport 3 unlocks at Pink Science, which is actually relatively easy to get by comparison to others. 330. Okay, it will absolutely cover the centers. I'm pretty sure that's 110 more units of construction area over the previous doohickey. Oh, is it though? It may be 110, but that's total size, yes? So radius is half. 55 tile radius extra. We shall see. We shall see. There is a Roboport 4 that uses nitinol. And that one has 440. So if it doesn't work on 3, it should absolutely work by 4. And I will upgrade all of my Roboports in the entirety of the thingy. How many do I have again? Can I even scroll to see it? No. No, the Roboports aren't listed there. How about if I go this way? No, there's too much. There's too much. How about you this way? This is the way to go, yes. Roboports, are you here? No. Sadly. Come on there, are you gonna show Roboports over here? Nope. I apparently have 88,000 units of red belt and 151,000 units of rails. That's a few. Oh, I have 943 Roboport 2s. I see it, it's there. 943. That will need to get replaced. At some point. Okay, that is moving. I need to then process in 5, I think, of the flotation cells. Hello, Ollie. You're meowing at the window? You're talking to the critters outside? My Ollie? There's the baby. Are you gonna relax? Yes, he's circling and plopping. Yes, you plop. You plop and roll. Oh, he's rolled. Cutie, cutie, plopping, rolling, getting that belly shown to me. Yeah, so big for that towel. He's so big for that towel. Yes, yes, my baby. My baby over a year old. Oh my goodness. Oh, we've had you here for over a year now. Oh boy. It was like late May of last year that we picked up the kittens from Greensboro, North Carolina. Big trip. Big trip, hot day, no air conditioning in the vehicle. It sucked. Warm. Had to stop and let the kitties out of their carrier to cool down at a rest stop with a little park area that you could actually have animals. We just took the carrier out and took them out on a table. Fortunately, they didn't run away. We were paying very close attention. Got them to cool down a bit before continuing our journey. Yes, my baby. My baby. And now they just don't want to go outside. It's nuts. It's like we put them on a harness, put on harnesses, right? We got him. We got him on the actual harnesses with leashes. We open the door, and they sit there. They sit far away from the door. They're like, and like run off. They don't know what to do about outside. They don't want to actually see outside or go outside. They want to see. They do want to see. I don't think they really want to go. Yes, my baby. My boy. You like being in here with me. Let me see. I'm gonna just steal from you. Because it is 5, yes? I think it's identical, this build. Hold up. This build is identical, yes? 5, 7, 3. Oh. Oh. 5, 7, 3. Huh? Yeah, it's designed to be a little bit lower than this. I don't think I care. Okay, you just need to be replaced with sapphirite. And the outputs need to be the blue geodes. And the blue chunks. Whoopsies. Oopsies. I've made an oopsies. There you go. You're not moving. Why? Oh, right, water. I haven't put the water in yet. This is fine. Yeah, this is these instead. In a normal Angel's Bobs, I would absolutely consider the ores by trains. I would have mining of the ores into trains, and then a separate factory that is capable of processing the ores. Potentially an infinite throughput of them, but, you know, whatever needs I have at the time, anyway. Just doing the processing to the well, gosh, because the Space Angel series, what did I do? I've forgotten at this point. I had each individual thing on the train network. So I had crushed on the network, I had the chunks on the network, I had the crystals on the network. I'm pretty sure. In my Space Angel series. Would I still do it that way? No. Probably not. It works, yes. That's about all I can say, is that it works. Basically, in that series, I had everything separate into its own individual factories in the entirety of the refining and smelting process. Pretty much, I had the ore, the angel's ores, the crushed ores, the chunks, the crystals, not the purifieds, not the purified crystals through the thermal refining, because the only thing I need the thermal refining stuff for is tungsten, so I did that with tungsten. But I had all that separate, and then I had the actual metal ore sorting as a factory for the metal ore sorting, putting the ores on the network. I had the ingot production, putting the ingots on the network, and I had separate metal casting from ingots on to metals on the network. So everything was split up in Space Angels. Here, I'm building in a different way entirely from how I built in Space Angels. Because here, I'm doing from ore to the end product in one factory. Essentially, it's ore all the way up to the end product that I desire for the factory. The benefit of this is that I don't need to have as much stuff on the, like, individual products on the train network. It comes down to volume of ore being provided on the train network, and you end up with a bunch of ore trains running around all over the place. This gives me better control as well. It's easier to spot the bottlenecks by building this way, because the bottlenecks become, which ore do I not have enough of, versus, oh, I'm not doing enough leaching, I'm not doing enough flotation, I'm not doing enough crystallizing at the end, or refining, etc. So instead of having all these individual steps where any one can be a bottleneck, by doing it this way, the bottlenecks are limited to just ore in. And then if I build this in the right way, it's scalable. Right? If I build from the ore to the end product, I can scale the end product by copying the whole build again. And I know I get exactly a certain amount of end product of a specific thing that I want. This being Sea Block, the added complexity is, okay, I don't just need the ores, I need the stuff to make the ores, which is mineral sludge and catalysts. So I make the mineral sludge as well to get the ores, to process the ores, to make the flotation products, the chunks, to make the crystals, to make the metal ore at the end, or the metal plate at the end. If I want just the metal ore, I build the whole thing up to the metal ore. If I want to build the plates, I build the whole thing up to the plates without having to bring the ore in for that specific purpose. Although there are some ores that you need for catalysts on your train network. You need 6 at least. You need the iron, you need the copper, you need the silver, you need the aluminium, you need the cobalt, and you need the titanium ores on the train network. Need them. Need them. You're not going to want to make them local to wherever you need catalysts, because you're going to need catalysts in a lot of places, involving a lot of chemical reactions, lots of it. This is titanium. This is nitric. That is a bad place for you. That works, I guess. I need this to be lowered by 1, at least. Yes, there is a single output recipe for every single metal except for chrome. But in a standard Angels playthrough, you will not need any chrome whatsoever. So there's that little concept. Let's see, I need to shift you to the blues. Yep, that works. The blues... Where are the blues? Hold up. Blues? There you are. Power would be nice. There we go. Yeah, so the individual ore sorting recipes in Angels start out simple and get more complex with each tech level, pretty much. And the current balance with just Angels and Bobs is that you aren't forced to do the multi-out ore types. But it is a progression in line with when you need those ore types, and a progressive increase in difficulty to get those ore types as you get more advanced and later into the game. It's just a difficulty thing, just to add a little bit more complexity as you go into the quote-unquote rarer metal types. As for why there's no chrome, don't ask me. I don't really understand why there's no individual ore sorting for chrome or manganese at all. But yeah, mainly because manganese doesn't have a, or chrome don't really have a use yet as part of Angels. So in Angels, there's this manganese plate. It's absolutely used for nothing. It's used for absolutely nothing. Gunmetal plate. I mean, that's a stretch, but base Angels, not really a use on gunmetal. Gunmetal being a alloy of copper, zinc, tin. You don't use it for anything. There's no point to make it. There's chrome itself. In base Angels, chrome has no use at all. Here it's been used for these black level of circuits, the end level circuits, but not in a standard Angels game. You need to have circuit processing mod in order to actually have a use for chrome, or have a reason to get it. And there's only one way to get chrome. And that's the ore sorting of the ferrous crystals. Oh god, that is a mission. It is a mission. I need to bring my hybrid catalysts down. /over. Oh, hybrid catalysts. Where is that line? There it is. And as simple as that, I have titanium ore now. As simple as that, I have ore. Oh hey, guess what? I can copy the build now and paste it right next door. And trim it a bit because I don't need as much. I need 403, so I can trim off these two. For the sludge, and voila, ore. This, of course, being the plates build. Still. Alright. Now, everything else is done over here. Shall I start here? I suppose. I guess I don't need the charcoal in on the other, just the ore build. But there are some interesting things about this. I end up with a byproduct chlorine. Huh? Okay. Byproduct chlorine, huh? We're gonna go ahead and pin that. You know, we're just gonna pin that, and for the record, it's still 3 doohickeys. It's only 8 casting machines, but I'll place the 15. Oh, okay. It will be 15 at some point. Break that. You. 4 of you. Oh, you need chlorine in. I see. I thought that was a product. Oops. And you need stuffs. Uh, 2, 3, 4. I need a thingy. This can be literally anywhere. You are converting charcoal to carbon. You need a electric boiler, which always is backwards. This makes up to 4.5. I need less than 4.5, so I'm good. You there. You're going that away. There you go. Power. Power is good. I like power. Ta-da! I will need to change this to 4. Now do you understand why I called these titanium? Yeah, it makes it so that the numbers automatically iterate. Please send these. Please plop these. I need to rename these. Oh well. Next. Chlorine. 37.5 chlorine. Oh god, little bit of complexity that I was not looking forward to. That is... Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Give me... This is another thing that can just be plopped literally anywhere. You? How much do you make? Each 40. Well, good. I only need 1. How much do you get out? How much do you make each 80. I need 2. Let there be 2 of you. Always void. Water. Output. Input. Chemical plant, for whatever reason. Where's the chemical? Chemical! You need to do... Where is it? You. I don't think that recipe is able to be done in the liquefier. That it's, in my opinion, and oh. Huh. Okay. There was something that was only in the chemical plant that didn't make sense to me. What was it? I've forgotten at this point. There was a 1 in, 1 out recipe. Like gas in, gas out. Or gas in, liquid out. Just 1 to 1. With a solid, I think, but it wasn't allowed. Game says no. I've completely forgotten what it was. Regardless, doesn't matter. Does not matter in the slightest. More pure water. Hey, pure water. I need you over here, please. Okay, that will be the chlorine. You know, the irony is that this build makes titanium, and then we'll soon make nitinol. And, the irony is that the nitinol pipes are the next tier of pipes that I will be going to. And absolutely using. I don't have access to the nitinol pipes. But I can make nitinol plates. I see. It is, of course, the next tier, which will need the next, tech. It'll need another tech, that will give me the nitinol pipes and the copper tungsten pipes that have the most length, on the max length, on the underground distance of 27, I think. So I'd be going from 19 to 27. A rather large increase. I will need that. L. Oh, power is gonna be meh. Okay, we are making titanium tetrachloride gas. We then need to make sponge. Glorious sponge. power. Oh, that's... getting ahead of myself. 3. Into 2. Yeah, 4 to 3 to 2. And that is ingots. Huzzah. Now, for the purposes of this build, in particular, I will very quickly have my stuff. Misplaced last 2 undergrounds, huh? Oh, yes. Right there, on the ore. There we go. I only have 1 titanium metal recipe at the moment that uses the ingots alone. I'll separate this a little bit more. L, L, L. And as I mentioned, I will do the nickel in the build. I'll do the nickel in the build and copy it over, and that's nitinol. Again, I will do that off screen. Just because, let's say it's more ideal for me, considering we have a lot of time here. This is eventually going to be replaced with sheet coils as well, so... I'm going to do this. Right, and at the time, I'll have access to sheet coil, so you know what? Just keep it as... Just keep it as those 8. Yeah. There's no point. Because when I get the ability to use the nickel recipe... What am I doing? This is pipe. This is all pipe. Please, power. Oh. The. Oh. Ahem. Don't mind me, I'm just a dummy. That's exactly where I want the stuff to go. You there. Or... and that's that. Constructobots. Constructobots. Oh, there's a bot. They're on their way. that is titanium. Plates, technically, right? Not the final form of the build, but progress. Nitinol is the exact same thing. Nickel added. I'm going to add the nickel off screen, and then I'm going to copy, and I'm going to paste somewhere. And rather than the last recipes on the casting being titanium, it's going to be nickel. Nitinol. It'll be nitinol. And this, rather than being into molten titanium, is going to be into molten nitinol. Right here. Nickel and titanium. That's the only difference. And eventually this will be nickel titanium into titanium through strand casting, but not at the moment. There you go. Place the thing. Work? Thank you. You're working. I have titanium. Come on. There you are. Titanium! Non-zero amounts of titanium. Hey, get that out. Get that out. There you go. I will finish this off by plopping down our locomotive. Limit to a couple of slots, although it will go pretty quick. In the end, it will make like 15 per second. Maybe I'll limit that to 4 each. There you go. Have some fuel. Titanium. S plates, D plates, full cargo, circuit condition, go, and define the titanium plate. That's ore. D titanium plates. Save. And that is where we are going to be ending off the stream for the day. Off screen, between now and our next stream on Tuesday, I will work on adding the nickel to this, copying it, making the nitinol, going back to gold, copying that to a new spot, and modifying it to give gilded wire, just adding the copper in to that build to make the gilded wires out of the gold. And from there, the gilded wire coils, excuse me. And from there, what are we gonna do? Acid gas processing is on the agenda, as is sciences, as is modules, and other various things, as is blue circuits. As is blue circuits. Ahem. Blue circuits are coming at some point, relatively soon. And the stuff to get the blue circuits, the liquid resin. Oh boy, liquid resin to get the blue circuits. That's going to be a build. With that, folks, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Show It. If you've enjoyed today's stream, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff below the video. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and hit the notification bell. Consider becoming a member of the channel by hitting the great big blue join button, as well as supporting on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushowit if you are so inclined and able. I will be streaming more Dyson Sphere program tomorrow and Monday, and I will be back with more of this Factorio Sea Block playthrough on Tuesday. I hope to see you all on the next one.